Hey guys, Sauniche here with some Heroes of the Storm action for you. Let's let the game get started here just a little bit more. This is the other semi-final match from Titan Arena. This is Cloud9 Maelstrom versus Barrel Boys. So we're going to pause here just momentarily to introduce our teams. On the red team, we have Barrel Boys with McIntyre playing Zeratul, Trummel playing Nazeebu, Chris Fury playing ETC, Erho playing Vala, and Blinks as Brightwing. Actually works out pretty well given that Brightwing blinks everywhere. And in blue, we have Cloud9 Maelstrom, Dunk Train playing Tyrande, Biceps playing Uther, iDream playing Rhaegar, K1 Pro playing Jaina, and King Caffeine playing Stitches with the Master Skin King Stitches up. So that is going to be awesome. But if we take a look at what these teams have going on, we have a much more standard composition out of Barrel Boys. We have the one warrior, the single support, two assassins, and a specialist, but a damage dealing specialist. So we're going to see a very high damage potential composition out of Barrel Boys versus the sustained for days composition we have over here. We have Uther, Rhaegar, both really good supports. Lots of control between the two of them. You have Earthbind Totem, you have stuns coming out of Uther, another stun coming out of Tyrande, more slow coming out of Jaina, and then you have even more control with Hook coming out of Stitches. So tons and tons and tons of control and sustain for Maelstrom versus really bursty, need to get those kills off very quickly composition coming out of Barrel Boys. We'll see if they can make it work. Expecting we might see a mosh pit out of ETC this time. We've seen a stage dive quite a bit, but with the Ravenous Spirit, I'm guessing we're going to see mosh pit. Try and set up those nice wombo combos. Zeratul as well could throw out his Void Prism to help out with that. So we'll see how things end up going for both teams right here. Looks like Barrel Boys, or Maelstrom and Barrel Boys are both rushing to the middle here. Vala, Erho here peeling off to the bottom lane. There's Tyrande taking a peek at the shrine to see what's going on there. Tries to get a hook from King Caffeine, but it's just a little off to the edge. So with that over, both teams are now spreading out to their lanes. Rhaegar, iDream here playing Rhaegar, peeling off to the bottom. King Caffeine still trying to set up his hooks. We'll see if he can grab an early one here to try and get that kill off. We'll throw out the hook here any second now, most likely. But there is McIntyre moving in, taking a couple of damage here and there. But nice blink when the hook was thrown out, timing that very well to avoid it. But there's Jaina and Tyrande blowing up all the minions in this top lane. Chests are up now, and Maelstrom is in firm control of this top chest. Bottom chest, they did get 3 out of 2 from, so they should end up controlling 8 of the first 10 initial coins here. Oh, Blinks with the hook in, the double stun, and Brightwing goes down immediately. So he had no hope once he got hooked in there. He was hooked in, stunned, followed up with Tyrande. Jaina followed it up with a Blizzard to prevent him from moving very quickly, and it was just over for him at that point. It's like they know McIntyre's there. Moving back and forth like that makes you a little bit more noticeable. So a bit of a fight going on here in the middle. ETC needs to probably start split pushing him. Oh, looks like he oh no, that's going to be a big problem for Barrel Boys. ETC dropped. So Chris Fury is out. They are down, giving a power play here to the blue team in Maelstrom. Hopefully he comes back into this game momentarily. I hate to see games decided by having a drop, because we can't really restart the games at this point. There's Trummel coming out, gets stunned, a double stun right now on Trummel, but he's able to turn it around and make it count. McIntyre taking the watchtower back. Here's Vala taking a couple of pot shots on the bottom at Rhaegar just to get a little something rolling. There's Maelstrom picking up the last 2 of the coins that they need. And what am I doing? I do not have the icons up here. Oh, let's see. Look at our talents. Amplified healing and healing ward, protective shield, even more sustain, farsight, and venom from Jaina. So looks like Tyranda's moving down here to the bottom. Arrows picked up a couple of more coins. And what I don't like here, though, is the double gathering power out of Zeratul and Nazeebu versus the composition that Maelstrom has with that much control, that much displacement, and just the amount of the ability that they have to just blow people up and prevent them from getting away. I don't like this so much because I don't think they're going to be alive long enough to make use of it. And ETC gets increases the healing on his guitar solo, which helps to helps him with his self-healing a little bit. There's McIntyre going in on K1 Pro. Trummel as well. Brightwing blinking up to Jaina, and she is completely separated from her team. I believe this will be a successful gank. There it is. So that evens it up 1-1 now. Evens up the experience right away. We see Zeratul picking up first aid, so pretty standard. Battle momentum being picked up by ETC. And there's the first turn-in coming out of Maelstrom. And Trummel's in a little bit of trouble here coming in to the middle. Trying to grab something right there, but Biceps jumps out of the wall. Not going to happen today. And we have a gank brewing here on the bottom. Arrow needs to get out of here. He's in, could be in a world of hurt here. I don't know how that hook missed, but it was barely off to the side. And at this point, Maelstrom has 16 coins to just the 6 of Barrel Boys. So Barrel Boys needs to contest this turn-in, or they will be 2 down. Unfortunately, this is not the way to contest a turn-in, rushing in there with only 2 players before the rest of the team is set up. Now it's 5v4. Nice rotation out of Barrel Boys coming down to take the take this turn-in point. There's Chris Fury getting hooked out of there. Unfortunately, no one really got killed. And all of that damage that Barrel Boys managed to do, worthless. Without any kills, any damage that they can try and do is going to be negated immediately. Thanks to that healing ward here from Tyrande. And also just Uther and Rhaegar. Rhaegar also with his healing ward as well. His healing totem, I should say. Which actually isn't any better than the healing ward. He can just get it 1 level earlier. So there's level 9 for both teams. And there's a second turn-in for Maelstrom. So that will kill the mid fort here. And take out this wall. Most likely. There's nothing that they could do to stop it. They did not end up actually getting the mule from Nazeebu, which is incredibly useful on this map. And I'm kind of surprised Barrel Boys didn't actually pick it up. Double battle momentum is a little bit strange here. But there's the ultimates for Maelstrom. But followed up immediately by the ultimates for Barrel Boys. So they're not going to be able to push a level 10 advantage. There's McIntyre getting a little bit greedy. Jaina's caught outside of her KO, or not KO, excuse me. But that is K1 Pro. Caught outside and ganked right there, so nicely done. Knights pushing down here on the bottom for Maelstrom. Arrow doing her best to defend from that. Now we have Biceps and King Caffeine moving forward. We might see a nice hook here. Nope. Going to see a hook. Very balanced game so far, all things considered. If Barrel Boys can get 1 turn in, they will take out this whole mid-town. Do a decent amount of damage to this top. And once again, they actually have a disconnect. Just briefly, trouble right there. So Barrel Boys having some connection issues. This game picking up these giants along the bottom lane. Looks like KO and Pro and Dunk Train are going here. Get some giants to push back against them, but we have a big fight brewing up here. Farsight used so they know what is going on with those mercenaries. But good zoning from the rest of Barrel Boys. There's King Caffeine caught out of position, separated from his support, separated from his healer, but should still be able to get away with Putrid Bile. That slow and the movement speed differential just becomes much too much to handle. Siege Giants going at it here on the bottom, but with I Dream pushing as well. We might see the wall go down here, especially with how low these towers are on ammo. That is something that could very easily go down, but there's McIntyre to clean up the mess. So we'll be dealing with that soon. Knights finally get taken by Arrow and Blinks. Right there. Trummel was working on those for a while, actually. There's iDream separated from his team. And without the... Oh, the Spirit comes out, but it's useless. Double Healing Ward comes out. I can't help but feel that that was... that Spirit is going to come back to haunt Barrel Boys. A third turn in now for Maelstrom. Top fort is down, and bottom fort may actually fall. It's going to be very close. It probably will definitely take out the well and this tower. And it's going to come down to maybe about half health on that keep. So it looks like Barrel Boys is turning it around, pushing the bottom lane back, trying to take a keep of their own. The wall is down. There goes the well. Maybe here in a second. There it is. There goes the well. And they will actually take this bottom keep. Unfortunately for them, it is coming at the cost of the boss in the top lane. So a bit of a trade-off there. And here is Blinks trying to get a turn in. Only 3 coins, unfortunately. And there goes Barrel Boys. Hearthstoning home to handle the boss as he marches down the lane. And with only 4 coins here, unfortunately for Barrel Boys, the timing on those chests is perfect. And I was waiting for that to happen. I was wondering where those were. It had been a while since we had them. So that is going to be 10 coins to Maelstrom, and I think that gives them a full turn, and there's 14 coins. All they need to do is pick up 1 flag camp, and they have enough for the full turn in. That is, if Maelstrom can't, or if Barrel Boys can't stop this. There's ETC jumping in with his stage dive. Trouble there, getting stunned out of that. Bicep can't actually get into the ultimate to save himself, and he goes down. The Ancestral Healing not activating in time. King Caffeine has 9 coins here with the Putrid Bile down. Only 4 players here. Looks like Zeratul didn't end up dying. So King Caffeine trying to throw out that hook, but the Polymorph prevents it from landing. Nicely done with that Polymorph. So were they able... Let's see. Was Barrel Boys able to steal any coins? They have 5 now. 7 in, 9. Nope, that's going to be it right there. Those last 9 coins are all they need for a 4th turn in. And Barrel Boys has yet to get 1 turn in now. Here's K1 Pro coming in from the side with Jaina, doing a very good job of flanking the opposing team. But this game is actually far from over. It is dead even on experience, even though this fort will die. And there'll be some damage done to this interior wall right here. If we take a look at what Maelstrom has, they're missing their wall here. They're missing their wall and their keep down here on the bottom. And this wall is fairly damaged. So 1 turn in is going to kill this fort and maybe do severe kill these buildings, do severe damage to this top fort. Here's Barrel Boys picking this up, and Uther's going to go down here any second, getting caught out of position. So Barrel Boys taking a slight edge right now, 4-3, and if they can just get that turn in, they will be dead even in forts. Very, very close. Or they could just take this fort without the need to turn in. There's Jaina pushing the bottom lane with 2 sets of Merc camps. So I think King Caffeine just threw a hook out there. Got McIntyre, but he blinked out right after it went in. Now Trummel is returning home. Most likely to deal with this Merc push. Take a little bit of pressure off of them. There's Arrow trying to get out of there. Realizes that they have vision so that she cannot complete that Hearthstone. There's Trummel moving forward, dealing with this push. And at this point, I'd almost say the advantage is going to Barrel Boys. Pretty standard stuff, all things considered, on these talents. We've got the Polymorph target taking more damage, Stone Skin, Specialized Toxin, Double Bombs, nothing too out of the ordinary. Imposing Presence from Uther is a little bit out there. Numbing Blast. So just more control out of Maelstrom here. And they are going for another turn in, and I believe that they don't have enough. They only have 13 coins, although they will have enough if Arrow goes down right there. So there's 14 coins for them. If they can kill iDream, that'll be huge, but the Ancestral Healing makes it not happen. Trouble using the Ravaging Spirit back here, and it's just not doing enough against this composition. There goes Zeratul down. Blinks is having to use his Ice Block. Nicely timed right there by Dunk Train to stop that. And chests are coming up. Once again, it's just the perfect timing for Maelstrom. Nice hook right there from King Caffeine to get Trouble. And that is going to be a 4-0 swing, and this game is now firmly in the hands of Maelstrom, because this turn-in will kill this mid keep. So it's done. That'll give them a nice pushing advantage with the catapult in the middle. Here's ETC trying to split push a little bit off to the side. There's nothing we really want to track up. We'll just take a look at him. He does have his blocks up. So there is their 5th turn-in now. And to only 3 coins turned in for Barrel Boys, they need to make something happen at this point. They can still come back from this, though. They need half of the coins that Maelstrom does. Looks like they are heading up to the top. They want the boss. He is back up. And at this point, this is fairly risky for them. They don't really know where Barrel Boys are on the map. There goes that fort down. That first interior keep. I think they're waiting for Barrel Boys here to come up and try and take the watchtower. And they're going to force this team fight. And once they do, then they will take the boss. Or at least they will attempt to take the boss. We'll see if they end up being able to pull that off or not. Or they're just going to go straight for the boss once they see Vala down here on the bottom lane. There's ETC taking those giants as well. And Barrel Boys has actually no idea that this is going on. They need to figure this out. That owl should be a dead giveaway. It just came from the boss zone. So looks like, I think Barrel Boys has actually realized what's going on now. They are moving up to the top lane to try and defend from this boss. Now's as good a time as any for Barrel Boys to try and turn this game around. 18-17, so they are equal on talent tiers, and it is before Maelstrom can get their level 20. So Barrel Boys needs to do something here. They are 1 level behind, but that can be easily fixed. And using the boss brilliantly here is Maelstrom, using it as a distraction to get down and turn in uncontested. So that will kill most likely the top keep, especially. Oh, the boss does actually no damage. So given the damage that's already been done here, though, it might kill this top keep. It's going to come very, very close. So Tromo, Arrow, Blinks, and McIntyre moving through the middle here. At this point, Maelstrom is just avoiding the fights at all costs, picking up mercenaries, letting the mercenaries do the pushing for them. And Barrel Boys needs to make something happen here. Especially in the next game as we move into game 2 of this best of 3. I mean, at this point, they might just be a little bit too far behind. They still need, I don't know what's going to happen right here. They're waiting for that turn in. Unfortunately, they just don't have the coins to turn in. I mean, all of them have 1, so there's no point in going over there. Using that Farsight to scout out very effectively, and if they get their level 20 here, and force a team fight out of Barrel Boys, that's going to be it for this game. So this fort did survive with about half its HP. Bottom keep is damaged as well. It looks like Barrel Boys is content just to collect the coins and go for this turn, and they know that they'll win this team fight around Blackbeard, given that they will have level 20 when it starts. Or at least they should have level 20 when it starts. There they go. So we've got Bolt of the Storm, Bolt of the Storm, double Rewind. So we have multiple heals coming out of Rhaegar and double Lunar Flare out of Tyrande. That is going to hurt a lot. Hook goes in there on Brightwing and thrown out immediately is that. Oh, brilliant follow-up on that hook, taking out the lone support for Barrel Boys. So that might actually spell the end of the game. Brightwing is out here for 44 seconds. And that is 44 seconds with no support, no healing coming from Barrel Boys' side of the field. See another hook right there on. Oh, CS Fury, if he had that follow-up from Tyrande, we may have had it. But now a 5-man push backed up by the Bruisers coming in from the top lane. And they have 15 seconds left before he comes out, but that Starfall goes down and makes zones out Barrel Boys nicely, so they can no longer defend this keep. And Brightwing coming up now. Looks like Barrel Boys are falling back after taking that keep. Wise course of action right there, which you'll see a lot of times in lower level games, is they will push in too far and overstay their welcome and get themselves wiped and actually help turn the game around for their opponents. But at this point, Barrel Boys desperately needs that level 20 to get the second tier of talents. That double Lunar Flare and the double heals from Rhaegar are going to make it extremely difficult for them to contest anything unless they can get the quad bombs from Zeratul when he picks up Rewind. I don't know what they're going to be able to do. Looks like they are getting ready for some hook action. Not going to make it right there. Both teams are just dancing around each other right now. And it looks like King Caffeine is actually way out of position, but not enough. In fact, and there goes Vala down right there. Trummel having to run. Jaina coming in from behind to get that kill off before he can use his spirit. And there's ETC stage diving home. So at this point, it is just Blinks up. And that is another 4-1 or 4-0 swing into Maelstrom's favor. And that's probably going to be the end of it. You can see Biceps and K1 Pro here going straight for the core, knowing that only ETC is up. And that last turn in will destroy this bottom lane, so they don't need to worry about that. And with 25 seconds here to just wail on the core, it is going to be down very, very quickly. And that's going to be it. We might not even see this last keep destroyed, as Maelstrom is just going for the throat, trying to throw a hook on the ETC. Maybe he was coming out. ETC's just dancing in the core, actually, or in the fountain, so giving up the game. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video, and at this point we have Maelstrom up 1-0 in this best of 3 series. So we will move on to the next video as soon as we can. See you guys later.